Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning in to your general read. For the oracle part of this, I'm using the Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, I'm gonna say? Stacy DeMarco. There we go. I think it's a really cool deck. For the main tarot, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Already shuffled. Let's see. I want to do these. Okay, let's just get these over here. All right, let's see. No, we want this one reversed. I don't know why, but we do. Okay. Okay. We got a couple upside down cards. It just, it was weird, but then, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Coming into the situation, I feel like you have somebody requesting your help. When the Empress comes in this situation, I just feel like somebody's requesting help. And I feel like somebody's calling you in for assistance. And I'm noticing here with you, with the Death card, it is the Death card. But it's like, are you getting involved in this? Like, somebody's requesting your help, but I feel like the way you're looking at it is like, well, it only starts with one little situation, and then before you know it, you're knee-deep in it. So I feel like you're looking at it like, yeah, it might seem like a little thing right now, but I know if I get involved, it's going to go on for a while. So I feel like that's how you're looking at it going in. Like, all right, somebody's asking you for help. I don't feel like you're against the person asking you, but I feel like you're looking at it like, well, it seems like one little thing right now, but I know how this goes. It's going to snowball. So I feel like you're kind of looking at it that way at first. So I feel like you're open to it, but you're not promoting it. So you're very careful. You're like, well, a lot of times these things start with one little thing, and before you know it, you're doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I feel like you're helping, but you're like trying to be reserved. Yeah. You're trying to be reserved. You're trying to. How successful depends on how you handle these things. Because you're like, I gotta be careful. I just can't. I feel like you just don't want to get too deep into this. And you're like trying to not promote it, but still trying to help. Like, but for example, if somebody says, could you pick up a can of soup for me from the supermarket? You're like, here's your can of soup. And then you leave. That's what you're trying to do. Where normally you might be like, well, while I'm there, is there anything else you need? And then when you drop it off, you'd be like, well, do you need any help now? Like, do you need help getting it together? Do you need... Like, I feel like you'd be more proactive with helping. This situation, you're just kind of like, you want a can of soup? Here's your can of soup. I gotta go. And then you're out. I don't feel like that's normal for you, if this reading is hitting, but I feel like that's how it's going. Now, I'm getting the King of Wands here on the other side, which don't get caught up in the gender of these cards, but what I'm feeling here is this person seems to be taking it and running. Like, they asked you for like a certain, like for example, if they wanted that can of soup, you brought that can of soup, you exited. They got their can of soup, they're happy, they went and did what they needed to do with that can of soup. They're just owning it. They're taking care of things themselves. In this situation, I feel whoever this person is taking action on their own and just doing what they need. When they asked you for that, whatever they wanted, that's literally what they needed, you provided it, you moved on, they're very happy with that. That's all fine, it's all cool, it's all good. Again, I'm seeing you here with the Magician reversed. You could do more. For you, I just feel like you're holding back. This card, the Magician reversed can go a few different ways, but for you, I feel like you have the urge to do more. Like the urge is there, but you're just kind of like, let me just not get myself knee deep this quickly. Let me just let it be for right now. One of the reasons you might be holding back from this, just to be fair, is because this other person, while I don't feel like you're on bad terms with them, I feel like you can easily see where you could easily clash with them. That's another reason you're just kind of like, here's your can of soup, I'm going to back off. That way, everybody works things out perfectly. You do what you want to do. I'm happy, you're happy, all good. But you do have an urge to get a little bit more involved. I feel that. All right, we're going on forward. Now, what's going next? You got this card is called the Underworld, where all things pause at the beginning. I don't know about the description there, but what I'm getting here, like I see this pomegranate here. And it's a very luscious, it's got a lot of seeds, there's a lot of juice coming out of it. But when that skull is in the skull for me is just like things coming forward, like nothing is being hidden here. You can see all the dings and scrapes. You can see how this, like, the skeleton of this person reveals the hit in the head and everything. Like there's nothing hidden. But I feel like there's a lot of, like, even though everything's right out there in the open of what's going on, it's not coming forward in a negative way. It's kind of like history, like this is what happened, this is where things are, this is where they came from. But it's not very negative. It's just kind of saying this is the bare bones of the situation. And I feel like you're seeing it for what it is, and I feel like you're getting along quite well. Again, I feel like you're just still like staying to yourself. The Dawn reversed is telling me that you're still, like, the other person isn't asking you for any more. They ask you for, like, small things once in a while, I feel, fairly small. But it's like, they ask for stuff, you give it, that's it, you move on. And that seems to be working. But I'm also noticing, outside of your connection with this situation, which you're not, I don't think you're going to see it. When I get the scrying here, it's on their side. I feel like they're looking for other answers. They do need more help. Although I do feel like you're right on point with you possibly could clash with this person. But they do seem to need more help. They do seem to they're lacking more. They're looking for other ways to get through a situation. I feel like they're hoping that something else comes their way to help them kind of fix the situation they're dealing with. They do need extra assistance. That actually is true. I don't see them asking for it, though. I get the opinion? This person is not asking you for help because they know that you're very helpful, but they also know you do things on your own terms, your own way, which, that's part of the flavor of you. That's part of what makes you so valuable. That's the flavor of you. But I feel like they're aware of that. They could really use more of your help, but they're also like realizing if you get too deeply involved, things are going to go more your way, and they're going to have to kind of meld through that. They're going to have to balance that out to go do things more your way. They may get the desired result they want, but the way it happens, they might be more subject to the way you want to do things. I just feel like that's a natural flavor of you. I don't think it's bad. I feel like they're aware of that. They're just kind of like, well, you want somebody's help, you're thankful for the help you get. They give it to you the way they want to give it to you, and that's fine. But I also see they're also reserved, kind of like the same reason. I feel like you're both on the same page, where neither of you want to clash. They are asking you for help. You're giving what you can. Things seem fine, but they do need more help. I do feel that. Now, on your side, you got the Skull of Stars. I feel like you're thinking about what you've seen this person go through, and I feel like it's paining you. You know what the situation is, and I feel like you're trying to put the pieces together to find a different way to help. I almost feel like you want to get a third party or somebody else. I almost feel like you're inspiring someone else. You're trying to inspire someone else to help you. Or maybe not help you, but help this person. I feel like you're trying to inspire other people to kind of go around, like you're kind of trying to go around the situation. Like, me helping directly, that could be an issue. But this person, if I can get that person to help them, that might work better. That might actually work a lot better. And I feel like that's where you're going here. Because you're like, you feel, your heart goes out to this person. Because I feel like you're starting to get that they need more help. But you're trying to find other ways to get them that help without going directly. So that it doesn't cause a conflict. Where this is going. Now, this is, I feel like it's a stay of execution, I almost want to say. The Two of Wands reversed, the Chariot reversed, and the Strength is upright. Sooner or later, that the Chariot will not get denied. Like, you can't, in this situation, I'm just going to read it for this situation. I don't feel like the Chariot can be denied. Sooner or later, it's going to go upright. You are going to get involved. And you're going to have to find a way to balance it out to where the two of you can live with whatever you're doing. I feel like while these are upside down, you're just kind of holding off the inevitable. I feel like you're holding off the inevitable. In either way, it's going to take strength. Strength to hold back, strength to not get involved, strength to find another way to help, or just going at it directly, and strength just to keep it together, trying to work together. Just trying to work together. Whatever this person is not bad, whoever this is. But I feel like there's just a different way of doing things between you and them. So you're going to have to find a way to balance that. I just feel like you're going to end up helping this person anyway. Apparently they mean something to you. I don't think you'd even be worried about it if they didn't. I kind of feel like holding it off just seems to drag it out longer, just seems to make it harder on this person, whoever this is. Just kind of like buckling down and just going for it. I feel like that's actually less agony. It's still challenges, still definite challenges, but by dragging it out and trying to go around, and I feel like it's an honest effort, I just feel like that's just falling short and you're not happy with those outcomes. I just don't feel like that's serving you. Going directly at it, just getting involved, just kind of like biting the bullet because you're going to end up there anyway. I feel like you're going to be happier. The more you drag it out, I just feel like it puts more concern, like you're concerned, is this working, is that working? You're trying to get other things to come in around the side. You're just kind of like, that's not working. I just don't feel like that's working the way you want it to at the very least. Just biting the bullet and getting into it. I feel like you're going to end up getting there anyway. Why drag it out? Why wait? Might as well just jump in. That's how I feel. It's kind of like looking at a pool, like you're looking at the pool in summer and you're like, ooh, that water's kind of cold, but I'm definitely going to get in it. If you did a little toe thing and you slowly get in, I just feel like that's more agony. If you just jump in and get wet, like 3 seconds later, you're like, all right, well, I'm wet now, it's all good. And you just move on. And you do what you want to do. You get to decide what's right for you, definitely, but that's what I'm getting here. Because this person definitely does need your help, and you are going to help them directly sooner or later. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.